I'm making history right now. Like, every time I touch the court, it's history. That's how I feel about it. Like, and I feel like my fans and the people that watch, they can relate in some way. I mean, the people that really care about me.
Just want to say thank you. It's been a long year. This right here is for the city of Chicago more than anything. Thank you. I appreciate it.
In my opinion, Derrick Rose is definitely top 10, easily. You know, could be top 5. Man, this dude, like I'm telling you, I mean, there's a lot of great players in our game right now. When you're talking about the point guard's position, Russell Westbrook, you know, you talk about
Steph,
CP, Kyrie.
Yep.
Listen. None of them dudes wanted no smoke with Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose there.
Exactly.
I'm telling you right now, none of them dudes wanted no smoke with DRose during that time.
Was a problem.
Trust and believe. Yes.
DRose was a problem.
Well, I'm the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I've always been the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I've always said that I would take him that MVP year against any point guard, since or whatever. I just think he was that special. And as injuries happen and things happen in the game, to see his mentality and his humility. Because for somebody that was the youngest MVP ever to say, you know what, I'll be sixth man, that speaks to his character and it speaks volumes. And you want me to be a better person, so I'm rooting for him. And I'm loving how he's playing right now. He's in attack mode all the time.
You know, even when a superhero is knocked down, he's still a superhero at the end of the day. And Derrick Rose showed why he's still a superhero.
You know, he has the inner toughness to want to succeed and to want to do whatever it takes to succeed. When he came in the league, everybody said he couldn't shoot. Just like that, one summer, he has a jump shot. That doesn't happen overnight. I'm proud of him.
In my mind, I really felt like we really had a shot, you know, and man,
yeah, no,
it still fucking bothers me.
Which one bothers you the most? Is it the Eastern Conference Final one? Was you guys were on the upswing, so it was like this is gonna last for a while.
They beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals 4-1.
Yeah,
but if you put all the scores together from that 4-1 series,
on aggregate,
the score was fucking tied.
Yes.
So that's how close
On
the shit.
aggregate.
That's how close the shit was, you know. And then the next year, that's the year that DRose, you know, I really felt like we had a better team. We were the #1 team in the league, you know, and we were coming at everybody's neck, and it just, you know, Derrick got hurt, and actually, you know, I got hurt that year too, and I mean, I don't know if we definitely wouldn't have won the championship, but we would have busted a lot of teams' ass that were coming up next.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
Young guys do not earn your praise easily, but there was clearly a respect on the court while you were going after him and he was going after you from that first game, and last year too. Something happened. Something impressed you about him. What was it, Coach?
Well, I mean, I could tell when a player, you know, truly wants to be better, when a player truly wants to improve, and I respect that about them, and I admire that, and because that was a quality that I had when I was a kid growing up. And you know, that being said, I mean, I've seen improvement in this game from last year to this year. I mean, he has a long-range ball now. He can squat behind the pick and shoot. You know, he can pull up off the dribble and shoot. You know, him getting to the rim obviously goes, you know, unquestioned. So seeing that improvement, you know, shows me that he's putting the time into the gym, and I certainly respect that.
Have you guys developed any sort of off-court relationship, or has it pretty much been just?
No, it's been just basketball. I mean, we've done a viral commercial together.
Okay.
And so, you know, when we did that, I think we had a chance to kind of talk a little bit more than we normally would, and it was fun to get a chance to know him a little better.
What Derrick Rose did tonight, I don't know if a lot of y'all ever got an opportunity to hang with the guy. What he gives to his mind and his body, you know, just to play one game is something that I watched, you know, being his teammate for the time that we were in Cleveland together. And when you talk about perseverance, that's the true definition of it. You talk about a guy who's I think he's the youngest MVP to ever play in this game, and to have the battles with his injuries, to be able to come back, and no matter what everybody else was talking about, because at the majority is always people who never stepped into the arena. Has so many things to say bad about him and what he should do, and he should do this and do that. For him to set a career high tonight in a win in Minnesota, I think that's unbelievable. I think every kid that you don't even have to play sports. Any kid that's going through anything in life about, you know, adversity and triumph and trying to just get over the hump, you know, you can look at that performance by Derrick Rose tonight, and that's why our game is so unbelievable, because, you know, even when a superhero is knocked down, he's still a superhero at the end of the day, and Derrick Rose showed why he's still a superhero.
Amazing story, just in terms of what he's been through. It's great for, obviously, him. Comeback story where all about opportunity, believing in yourself, and we obviously knew what he was capable of and the level that he was at before the injuries. And I know people that have been around him from then that have talked about how hard he works, and obviously you don't become an MVP by not working hard, but that has carried him through the roller coaster ride he's been on. Obviously very fitting that he did it against Utah too.
You know, he's a guy who's been an MVP, you know, and then to have so many unfortunate situations come up at the height of his career, it's unfortunate. And, you know, I think he's a guy that's pushed through it all. He's kept working, he's kept his mind strong, and, you know, I'm just happy to see that, you know, he's able to compete now. I think everybody's happy to see him back on the court.
Do you enjoy the opportunity to play against him?
I mean, I enjoy every opportunity to play, you know, but obviously him being who he is, you know, I think anytime you meet a top point guard in the league, it brings the best out of him.
I know this has happened when I got older, but this probably happened to him earlier. If he would have get a steal, and then he takes off, and he takes that picture to see if anybody's coming, he see guys pulling up because they know they can't catch him. But then all of a sudden, when he takes that picture now, guys are like this in full sprint position. And so guys are able to stay with him more. So now he's just readjusting his game. You've seen 3 step-back jump shots. He really didn't take step-back jump shots before. He'd come at you full, get you on your heels, and take the shot kind of like Russell Westbrook does. Now he's shooting running one-handers like Steve Nash. He didn't shoot running one-handers. He's dunking those earlier.
He was getting in the paint, he was planting, and he was rising.
He's just adjusting your game when you're a great player to do the same things.
But then going to Chicago and playing against Derrick Rose during that time, man, I was like, bro, like, I played with a lot of great players. Derrick Rose during that time was probably the most talented player I ever played with.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, at 23 too. Think about that. At just starting.
At 23, man, yo, this dude was ridiculous. And I seen what he was doing in practice, night in and night out, and he had a great work ethic.
I mean, you can't calculate that. I mean, just to hear you say he was the youngest MVP
right.
ever. I mean,
still give you goosebumps?
Yeah, it does. I mean, this league is since 1946,
right.
and then all of a sudden, here was a young kid from Inglewood, right down the road here, becomes the MVP in his 3rd season. You know, I can't even wrap my mind around that. You know, we never imagined that. I don't think he ever imagined it. He just wanted to play and make a name for himself and represent his city.
He was a guy who could create his own shot. I mean, he's solid. I mean, Derrick Rose, where he's at right now, is more than a serviceable player. He's, to me, he's still a starter in this league.
A starter?
I mean, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you
he's
don't
showing.
have Jimmy Butler.
I guess so.
I mean, come on.
Playing against the 76ers during that time, and yeah, a lot of people say, hey, you know what, why was Derrick in the game? And, you know, I would ask the question too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, come on, Tibbs, got to get him out the game, you know?
Yeah.
So when that happens, I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, bro, get up. Like get up. And then when he doesn't get up and he's walking off, man, it crushed me. Derrick is a dude that, you know, got a great work ethic, you know what I'm saying, very humble. Best point guard in the game. Like couldn't nobody mess with DRose during that time, you know? So to see him going down, I just felt like, you know, our chances of winning the championship is very rare to none.
A healthy DRose is not some good player. He is a superstar.
Definitely.
This dude is on another level.
Oh, am I going to wear the DRose? No. It won't be on my foot.
I can't wait to play DRose. I can't wait.
So if Adidas came to you and gave you a special mix,
I'm not wearing that man's sneakers. I gotta play against him. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not nothing against DRose. You know what I mean? I love what he does, but when we get on the court, I don't like nobody but who's on my team. I don't like you. If you're on the other team, I just don't like you. Like, once that ball goes up, I'm vicious. That's just how I was built. That's how it is where I'm from. That's how my father knows I am. Like, you don't raise a killer to shoot. I say it all the time. You don't raise a killer to shoot people in the leg.
You know, DRose was something special, man. Like, when he came in, I was like, whoa. Okay. And this dude is from another planet.
So he didn't forget, and we didn't forget that, you know, the Bulls were a team that was looked at as a potential championship caliber team before the injury. So, you know, you go from we're right there to winning a championship to suddenly you lose one of your centerpieces to helping you move over the top or get over the top. So it was a very difficult time for him in many ways, but I think mentally it was probably more challenging for him because I know how badly he wanted to get out there on the floor.
I'm very fortunate, you know, we're in a great situation right now, especially drafting Derrick for me is like better than any Christmas gift or anything. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to that and playing with him. He's very competitive and he's definitely a winner. You know, as long as, you know, he's healthy, I think that, you know, it's definitely going to help me and it's going to help out the team. And just at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is winning.
So one is 22. You know, DRose is 22 when he's balling. So to compare him to a 27, 8, 29, 30-year-old Westbrook is kind of unfair because you only get better with time. You know, so it's kind of unfair to try to gauge those two. Both of them, they're both electric. You know, when they show glimpses of it, I don't think, you know, Rose got to his potential. I don't think
that's why I was about to say. That's why I was about to say. It's to me, it's. I agree with you when you say it's hard to say who, but in that same breath, to me, I gotta kind of slant towards DRose because first of all, he's the youngest MVP ever, but number two, he got to where he got without even, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't even know if he reached his full potential. I guess I do understand it different. Me being from Chicago, for me coming out as a rookie, I never could have been what DRose was, dog. Like, people got to understand what this kid did. This man, born and raised, city of Chicago. This ain't no outskirts or surrounding area. It is 606, whatever. He's Chicago, born and bred. To get drafted, 1 year removed, not even a year, bro, like 6, 7, 8 months removed from Simeon High School, go to the Bulls, where they don't even draft Chicago kids. And then you go win Rookie of the Year, and you, like, literally, he lived out every Chicago kid's dream, and he maxed it, though. Only thing he didn't do was get a chip, but he maxed it. He was the MVP of the league, boy, the youngest ever. He the toast of the town. It don't matter what happened. Like, they can't never take that man. But that's what you can never Chicago, and it ain't nothing that nobody could do about it. He did what he did, and can't nobody change it. Can't no injury change it. Can't nothing change it. That boy got the city in a chokehold, and I don't care if you. I know, but Chicago and you hating on DRose, you a hater.
Got the word on Tuesday night about Derrick Rose. He's going to need surgery again on the right knee. Had you heard that?
Man, I just heard it, man. It's I was real speechless, man. It's so tough, man, for a guy like that that plays so hard to have to go through it again and again and again, man. It's just tough, man. I'm gonna just pray for him. I'm gonna hit him up, you know, as soon as I get off here with y'all, man, and just try to keep his spirits high. But it's tough for a guy like that, man, and I just feel bad for him.
He has a lot of great, you know, attributes, and it's only gonna get better at the next level when he really get opportunity to work on his game more, his outside shot more, and really get dedicated to the gym.
But Derrick Rose actually had a really good season, averaging almost 18 points a game, was as efficient as he's been the last handful of years. And how about this? In the last 8 years, think about the players that have won MVP in the league. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Derrick Rose.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
I'm just checking in with y'all. Last night after our game, after a huge win, you know, we got some news that Derrick Rose, you know, was having surgery again on a torn meniscus, and you know, it was a terrible news to get, man, and I could never know what he's going through mentally, or try to put my feet in his shoes and tell him, listen, I know exactly what you're going through, because I don't. I've never been in this situation before. But one thing I can tell him, man, just, you know, keep your head up, DRose, man. You know, keep your head to the skies. Lean on your loved ones. You know, vent to your loved ones. And you will make it through this, man, and you're going to come back even stronger. I believe that. You know, I see so much determination in your eyes and in your play, and you know, I don't have a brotherhood relationship with you, G, but our NBA, our league is a brotherhood, and you know, we all want you, and I know I want you to come back stronger, man, because I mean, I wish this on no one. So you know, it's tough, man. It's tough to just even talk about it, knowing how much you love the game, knowing, now I can't relate to you in this fact, that knowing how much pressure it is to play for your home city and want to do great things for them and be there for them every night, and trying to balance that, you know, the game of basketball with the off the court things as well. But you know, I support you, G. If you ever need some advice, if you ever want to reach out to me, it ain't hard to find me. You know, best of luck to you, man. Prayers up to you, dog, and come back stronger.
Any comments about Derrick Rose being out for the season with another knee injury? Comments on that?
I mean, well, it's tough. You know, it's tough for a guy like him, elite point guard, elite player in this league. I hate to see guys go down and get injured. Me being a competitor, I would have loved to continue to keep competing against him and his Bulls. You know, I wish him the best.
Well, we're just looking to find for him the right fit. I think him, you know, he's kind of settled into, you know, what he does and what he does well. And the way the game is played, I think he's comfortable whether he's a starter or coming off the bench, but he just wants to be where he doesn't, you know, have to have that burden of what he did when he was younger of carrying a franchise. Right. I don't know if that is probably the best thing for him physically at this age. Certainly he has the capability to do it, and you'll see him have a 50-point game, a 30-point game. But you know what? I don't know how that serves him at this age of his career, of just playing that many minutes, playing 35, 40 minutes a night like he did early in his career. So I just think finding the right fit for him, understanding where his body's at, understanding the team, because in the end, all he wants to do is contribute to winning, and that's been his focus from the day one when he first came in this league. Right. And that's something I know he wants to continue as now he's in the later stages of his career.
When I first knew that Derrick was special, I just said to myself, you know, that he might have a great chance of making it out of here, only if he listens. He listened. When I was a kid growing up, everybody in the neighborhood wanted to be like Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan for the 8th time this season has hit the 50-point mark.
Michael scored 50, Michael did this, Michael did that. So now when I come up here to the park, a young kid will do a crossover and he's like, oh man, that was the DRose move. DRose move.
After a couple of years, I was playing revenge basketball. Yeah, I wanted to prove everyone wrong, but after a while, I had to let that go and understand the career and the path I was heading down, and I can't play that way. When I'm out there, I love to be happy. I love to try to win every game or compete in every game that I play in, and that's when I play the best basketball.